So Carter, Carter was one of my students back in Indiana. Carter, it's so good to see you, buddy. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. Carter will always have a special place in my heart, and he's calling me Miss Montgomery because that's my maiden name. But anyway, he was one of my students that I had the first half of the school year. We did virtual learning, and then the second half of the school year we did in-person learning. Well, I only had 7 kids who opted to come back to school in person, and so one of those kids was Carter. And he walked in. I will never forget the first day he walked into my class, and he had on a Carhartt and I think like a Carhartt sweatshirt and cowboy boots and jeans. Like, I don't know, maybe they were like Wranglers or something. I mean, he looked like a farmer boy, which is exactly what I grew up with all my life. And I thought, oh my gosh, this kid could be my son. And so, he came in, he was pretty quiet, and he sat down, and I said, when we had a little break, I said, "Hey, Carter, I'm just curious. Are you a farm kid?" And he said, "Yeah." And then we spent the rest of the school year talking about tractors and farming and cattle and hay and planting and harvesting and semis and Ford trucks versus Dodge trucks versus Chevy trucks and all kinds of things. So Carter, do you recognize the flags? That was so awesome. So, well, my day is totally made. I was not planning to come on here and talk about any of my previous students, but it's pretty awesome to see one of them show up and support his old teacher. So, so anyway, that was Carter, and I had a very, very great bond because we were able to talk about all that stuff, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. And he said to me more than once, he was like, I never imagined I would have a teacher that I could talk about this stuff with, because he wants to be a farmer. I'm assuming, Carter, that things haven't changed, and his thing that he wanted to do was he wanted to be a farmer, and he wasn't really crazy about school. But I said, you know what, our goal is to just get you through school so you can do what you want. And you don't have to go to college. You can go do what makes you happy, and that's farming for Carter. So yeah, very cool. Okay, well, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get kicked off here. Scott is asking a question already. So, okay, what's going on with the Tumblr? Okay, so just in case anybody, I think you all know, the J Crew knows what this is. So and Carter, I don't know if you can see this. This is a breakdown of a 1911 style gun right here. And then this is Jenny J 1911, which is my name, and the YouTube logo. So anyway, this was a cup, not this cup, but one exactly like it, was one that one of my subscribers won. And so then I had a lot of other people saying, hey, I really like those cups. Can we buy a cup? So the answer is yes, you can buy a cup. We finally have figured out the cost of shipping and the price that it's going to take us to get it from our laser engraver. So they are going to be $30. That includes the cost of shipping and everything. And so all you have to do is email me at jennyj1911@usa.com. And actually, I'll drop that in the chat box right here. jennyj1911@usa.com. And then that way, if any of you want to send me a message to tell me, what you're interested in, how many you're interested in, and I will take Venmo and PayPal, which I can, I'll email you that information. You'll be able to email me your mailing address. And I'm also going to be doing t-shirts. So I don't know. I kind of been toying around with the idea of doing some J. Crew t-shirts. So I don't know, we'll see. But obviously, it will have to have a picture of a 1911 on it. So that's, it wouldn't be a J. Crew or a Jenny J t-shirt if it didn't have a beautiful 1911 on it. So, okay. Oh, wow. Hello, it's me. I love that you asked me that question. That's also, it wasn't on my agenda to talk about, but I did notice, let me pull out my pocket. I did notice tonight that my Benchmade actually color coordinates with my shirt today. So that makes me think I need to buy more Benchmades to go with the rest of my clothes. See, I can be girly a little bit. So yeah, it's, in case anybody didn't get to see it the other night, there it is. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful piece of craftsmanship right here. Really. I mean, honestly, it's just, this handle is so gorgeous. And I know it's probably really hard to see, but it has kind of like a wood grain look to it. But I love that color. It's really cool. So funny story. We were out and about today shopping and going to the range and stuff. And we stopped at a gas station and I was in the bathroom and the toilet paper was stuck. Like the roll was stuck and you couldn't find the end of it. So I just opened my knife up and just cut across the roll of toilet paper and it came loose and voila, we had toilet paper. So I will forever remember the very first thing I cut with my beautiful Benchmade knife was toilet paper. Yeah, but you know what? It was there when I needed it, and that's really what matters, right? So, yeah, what a girly thing, exactly, Reese. So, hey, Slide Rack, good to see you. So yeah, thanks for asking about that because I am really loving just even having it in my pocket. So it's super exciting. Did go, we stopped at Cabela's yesterday or day before yesterday, and I saw another one that I thought, oh, that's really beautiful, and that might be next on my list. So yeah. I don't know. I get in these little kicks and I find these things that I like and then I just can't stay away from them. So, all right. So I'm going to get going. Hey, Wayne Mail. Good to see you. Glad you made it. I'm going to get going on my little agenda here of stuff to talk about. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was my Hellcat Pro update. So first of all, I had a lot of people that I think didn't realize that what I have, and as you can see, the no magazine and also chamber is empty. I had a lot of people who I think thought this was the original Hellcat, and it's not. This is the Hellcat Pro that just came out on March 4th. So it was released a month ago. Actually, less than a month ago. Tomorrow it will be 1 month since this has been released. So yeah, so this is the new version of the Hellcat. The old Hellcat was the one that we had shot that we didn't really like. And this one is just a completely different thing. And, I was talking to my husband today and I said, I think that the reason I like this so much is because, like I said in my review video last night, it is a compact gun. It's in a compact gun body, but it feels like a full-size gun. And I think that the reason I didn't care for the original Hellcat is because it felt like a compact gun. And you know me, I mean, my other favorite gun is my 45 ACP 1911 SIG. So obviously I like things that are a little bit bigger and beefier as far as my firearms. And I think that that's why I really like the feel of this gun. So just a little update on it. I did take it out to the range today, shot about 100 more rounds through it, and it worked fabulously. I mean, it was flawless. Not a single problem, not a single misfeed, misfire, not a stovepipe, no jamming. Absolutely beautifully executed every single time I pulled that trigger. And I'm getting the sights figured out. and I'm getting it, getting used to the sights, which are absolutely amazing. As you know, I showed you in the video how they're the U-dot sights with the tritium front sight and then the U-notch on the back. I love these sights, absolutely love them. And some people asked if I was going to put a red dot on it. Not at this time. I mean, these sights work for me. So, and the fact that it has that tritium sight on the front makes it so, I feel like even in low light conditions, I would be able to see where I was aiming. So, that's my update for now. It is still absolutely amazing. I loved shooting it. The one thing I'm still getting used to a little bit is the trigger, because it is different than a 1911 trigger. And that's what I'm used to. And that's what I really enjoy shooting. You just can't ever replace a 1911 trigger, honestly, in my opinion. So, obviously this trigger is a little bit different, as I talked about in the video. It's got a nice crisp reset. It's a nice trigger. It's good for what it is. I've just, been used to the 1911 triggers. So I'm still learning that a little bit. And I don't know. I just, like I told my husband today, this is getting the job done. Like, this particular firearm has a purpose, and that is for me to use it defensively if I need to. And, I am able to feel pretty confident so far that, with a little more, run some more rounds through it just to make sure, but I feel pretty confident that this is going to be a really reliable carry gun. So, yeah, I love having it on. I wore it all day today, and, kind of didn't really remember it was there even. So, one other thing that I did do today, I stopped at Tactical Shit. Carter, don't listen to your teacher saying that word. But anyway, I did stop there and got a belt. And I had gone to 511 and looked at the belts there, and I was kind of like, being a girl, of course, I need a belt that's a little bit narrower here. And a lot of the 511 belts that they have in the store are not as narrow. They're a little bit wider. So I didn't want something too wide. And we just stopped in at Tactical Shit, and we found a belt display. And this is really cool because I'd seen these online. This is the one that has that ratchet system in it. So I love it because, we had to bring it home and trim probably 13 or 14 inches off of it because it was too long. But that's the good thing. One size fits all. It's completely customizable. I think it said it goes up to 44 inches maybe. So we brought it home, and all you have to do to trim it down is you just flip. There's a little plate right here, just in case you haven't seen these. You flip it down, and there are little teeth. See if I can show. There we go. Maybe there are little teeth there. Yeah, there. Now you can see the teeth. So these little teeth, when you push this over, of course, those little teeth bite in to the belt right here. So all you have to do is undo that bar, pull the belt out, and trim it. And so that's what I did. And then obviously you can see that those are my new bite marks for those teeth. And so then you just put it back in and flip that up. Super easy. And then the other great part of this, of course, is this ratchet system. So all you have to do is, I'll show it from the back side, actually. So you just feed it through like this, and it's got a little tooth in here that hangs onto that ratchet system. So you can see that, I can't pull it back out that way, and you can just tighten it as needed. And then the release, there's just a little lever right here. And so you release that, and it just pulls it right back out. Super easy. I think I got this for $35, which in my book, it's worth it. It's very thick and sturdy, as you can see. Like, it's, you can see that it's, it's still moldable, but it's also very thick. And so when I hooked my holster onto it, my holster actually clipped on perfectly. The clips were exactly the size of the width of the belt. So the clips hooked right underneath here. They went over and hooked right under it. It was perfect. So super, super happy with that purchase. They had it in gray. They had it in khaki. They had 2 leather options. I don't think they were real leather, but they had brown and black in the leather options. So yeah, since I like it, I would be more than happy to go out and get the other 3 just to, have the options to go with my outfit. So that was really cool. The other thing that we found at the store at Tactical Shit was we found this super cool holster. And so, we have the Staccato C. It has been a bear to try to find a holster off the shelf for the Staccato C. And we found one today. So this is called the trifecta. And it is, and you can do IWB, OWB, or appendix carry with this. It has all of the hardware with it. This is made by Weber Tactical, and Weber Tactical is actually here just outside St. Louis. It is, I don't remember, I think it's O'Fallon. And so it comes with all the hardware, so you can, put this, put it on your belt or whatever you need. It comes with the paddle for the outer carry. And so we have it set up. It also comes with the clip so that we can do the inside carry. And so that's what we have it set up for. And it grabs onto it. It's really nice. And the other thing that's cool about this is this little thing right here, this, I don't know what you'd call it, this bar. This bar actually points outward, right? And so it points outward up against the inside of your pants. So when it pushes against the inside of your pants, it keeps this with the grip of your gun pressed up against your body. So you don't print as easily because it keeps it held up against your body. So that was really cool. We were super happy to find that. And, we're still on the market. Of course, we would like to get a leather holster. We both love leather holsters. And we'd like to get a leather holster for, really both of our carries. But, it was nice to be able to find that. So let's see. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about was, most of you know that we were looking for some wood grips for our 686-4. And we really wanted the original wood grips. And so I wanted to update you. We did go to a gun show 2 weekends ago. Yeah, I think it was 2 weekends ago. And we were able to find, and I will show you that my chamber is empty, as you can see. Okay. So we were able to find these absolutely gorgeous original Smith & Wesson grips for the 686-4. And so as you can see, it's got the medallion here. And also it has, we didn't realize this, but the gentleman that we bought these from pointed this out to us. He said there were 2 different styles for this frame. And this one, the style we needed to have this little cutout right here. And so we were able to get that. And also, as you can see, it matches up beautifully on the bottom, which is another thing you should look for. So yeah, we were super excited to get that. And we did take this perfect little baby out to the range today and ran some 38 specials through it. And just, it fires like a dream. And it is so accurate. I mean, we backed this out to, I think, 20 yards and didn't have any trouble shooting it. It's like butter. Like, it's so smooth when you squeeze that trigger. And, I was completely on target. My husband was completely on target. And it is just, you know, I keep going back and forth. I'm like, oh, I love shooting the 686-4. And then when I shoot the Black Hawk, I'm like, I love shooting the Black Hawk. Well, I can't wait to go pick our Birdie up, because then it's going to be really hard for me to decide which revolver I like the best. But the other thing that I did shoot today, other than my Hellcat and the 686-4, I did also shoot my SIG 1911 in 45 ACP. Somebody had made the comment and said, oh no, whatever tempted you to go to a plastic gun? And I was like, you know what? It does the job. But you know, I did get rid of my Ronin EMP. I don't know if I had told you guys that or not last time we did a live. No, I didn't, because you didn't know that I had this gun, or that I was getting this gun. That's right. So I did get rid of that and actually traded it in and got this instead. So you all know the issues that I had with that, just the misfeeds and the misfire, the jamming, the stovepiping, all of that stuff. It just, you know, it was a very high maintenance firearm, and I'm not even really sure that, I don't know, I'm just not sure that it could ever have been completely reliable. You know, we maintained it, we kept it clean and oiled all the time, but there were times it just, you know, we'd take it out to the range and I'd shoot it and it would run 2 or 3 rounds through, and then I'd get stovepipe. And so it was kind of, you know, just unreliable. And I just felt like it was time to move on. So I had to break up with my Ronin EMP, and hopefully the next owner has a little more luck. So I actually just got handed something else. I'll show everybody. So I'm going to drop my magazine here, and I will show you, actually I have to go this way, show you that my chamber is empty. So yes, just in case anybody missed the video, this is my baby. This is my precious darling. I mean, just look at this trigger. Look at these grips. Look at these slide serrations. It's just, you know, we've got the ambi safety here. I mean, that thing is just, the whole thing, just a beautiful, beautiful firearm. You know, we've got the checkering on the front strap and on the back strap. Anyway, I took her out today and shot this beautiful little target that had like milk bottles on it, and just, she was perfect. She was absolutely perfect. I was so proud of her. So it's been a little while since I shot her, actually, because, you know, well, first of all, 45 ammo is harder to come by and more expensive. We load with large primers and small primers for our 45 ACP. So whatever, you know, we do both. But I like to still try to be conservative, because I do know that is a very, very extremely reliable and accurate gun, and I handle it very well. That gun and I work very well together. So while we don't know what's happening with ammo in our current situation and everything else, it's, I don't know, I just feel like I want to be a little conservative with how much I shoot out of it. But, you know, we had a great time today at the range. So I'm going to go here and look through my comments. I see I have a bunch. I've just been talking. So, oh, Steven. Okay, great. Well, okay. So Carter asked, how was Devil's Tower? Carter, Devil's Tower was absolutely great. I did get to the top. Thank you for asking. So Carter was actually there the day I made the reservation to go to Devil's Tower to climb Devil's Tower. And I said, I want to climb Devil's Tower before I turn, or for my 45th birthday. And my 45th birthday was on August 6th. So on August 4th, we actually climbed Devil's Tower and I got to the top. I can tell you that the rumors about there being a bar at the top are not true. I didn't see any rattlesnakes. I did see a lot of falcons. It was close to I think their hatching season for the falcons. And so, we did have a lot of those flying around our heads. The other thing that we saw a lot of at Devil's Tower was chipmunks. And so we actually started our climb out in the morning at about 4:30 in the morning. We started climbing with headlamps because it was dark. So we made our approach and the initial part of our climb in the dark. And it took us about 10 hours to get from the top or from the bottom up to the top and to rappel back down again. So anyway, we were climbing that morning next to two climbing rangers. They are specifically Devil's Tower rangers that climb. And so that's their job, is to rock climb Devil's Tower. So they were telling us that, we were commenting on all the chipmunks. The chipmunks are so fleet of foot there, and they just run all over in front of you and up and down and sideways, and they're so fast. And I swear to you, they look at you and laugh because you're struggling and panting and grunting, and those chipmunks are just scurrying all over the place. So the rangers told us that they actually did a study a year or two ago where they tagged the bottom level chipmunks on the tower one color, and they tagged the top level chipmunks another color. They wanted to see if there was a difference in the chipmunks that stayed toward the bottom and the chipmunks that were at the top. Well, what they found out was that they are the same chipmunks. The chipmunks go up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. And there's no boundary for the chipmunks. So they said it was one of the shortest studies of anything that they'd ever done before because those chipmunks were just everywhere. So Carter, thanks for asking. Devil's Tower was amazing. I wanted to quit about 6 times climbing up it because it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. But I survived. I got to the top and I was very proud of doing that. We got down to the bottom. Lots of people were like, oh my gosh, did you just climb Devil's Tower? And if any of you have ever been to Devil's Tower, pictures don't do it justice. You do not understand how gargantuan this piece of rock is until you are standing right there at the bottom of it. And people were just, it was pretty funny because people were just so excited to get to, talk to us after we got done climbing it. So somebody asks, I think Steven asked about the tattoo on my arm. So as I just said a couple minutes ago, I'm 45 and I've never wanted a tattoo before. I went through some, life changes a couple of years ago and I started rock climbing, and rock climbing just completely changed my world. It gave me a whole new outlook on life. And so my tattoo is actually, I don't know if we can even get a good shot of it, but this is like a mountain. Obviously it's upside down right now, but this is a rock climber. I can't really get a good shot, but there's this rock climber and this is her head up here. And so she's climbing this mountain, and then there are the mountains right here. So it's a triangle. And then I have these splotches that are like watercolor splotches just because, blue and green are my favorite colors. And, so I got this tattoo last June. I had never felt so moved by something in my life that I wanted to have it permanently put on my body. But when I got there, I had made the appointment like a month in advance because you can't just walk into a tattoo parlor anymore, apparently. And my tattoo artist, I showed him what I wanted, and he scanned it and made a little printout, like a transfer printout that they put on your arm and then they peel it off. So he made this transfer printout, and I said, that's a little big. I was thinking like, something tiny like here. And he said, well, if you want the detail that you have in this picture of this tattoo, that's how big it's going to have to be. I thought, well, all right, go big or go home, right? You only live once. So, yeah, so that's what it is. It's a picture of a woman rock climbing, and it's just my own message to myself that, I can do hard things, really. So that was pretty much the crux of that. So, Steven, that belt is way way too small for you. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how big a belt you need, but I'm sure that you can find one that would work for you. Um, so I have heard of core belts. Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm thinking those are more expensive. Like these, I was happy with the price of this only being $35. So, all right, let's see. Let's see what else is going on here. A crossbreed leather belt. Well, and yeah, my holster now that I'm using is a crossbreed. So, it's perfect for, I do plan to order something a little more, suited to me, but for right now, I really like how that's holding my gun. Let's see. Farm Boy looks just like yours. What, the tattoo looks just like yours? I don't know what looks just like yours. Maybe the revolver. I'm not sure. I'm guessing. Let's see. What else? The notch. Oh, yes, the notch is for a speed loader. Okay, that makes sense. And also, yeah, John, you're a fellow Leo. That's awesome to know. Hello, it's me. You are my new favorite subscriber. Hello, it's me said I look so much younger than 45. It's the lighting. It's all the lighting. It's not me. Thank you, Steven. Thank you. I appreciate that. Actually, I have some winter pounds to get rid of, honestly, but once we're able to get outside and do a little more hiking and climbing and stuff, I'll feel better. So, the 686. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. Yeah, it's a really, really beautiful pistol. So I just, yeah, so much fun to shoot. I think if anybody has never shot a revolver before, you definitely need to shoot a revolver. So there's just something about it. I've talked about doing competition shooting, and I've also actually toyed with the idea of like doing cowboy shoots. I just think that would be so much fun. So I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much about the fun clothes that I could wear, but you will have to watch for a video that I'm going to be making soon with one of the revolvers. It's going to be a little different than the videos we usually do. I'm not going to tell you any more than that. You'll just have to watch for it. So, but anyway, I am going to jump off here. It's Sunday night and we've had a busy weekend. I need to get to bed. So I'm going to head that way. And it was really great to just hang out with you all for a little bit. And, we'll do another live in a couple of days. And I hope to see all of you here again. So it was so much fun. Remember, just shoot me an email if you want to talk about one of those cups. And if you have an idea for a t-shirt, like a t-shirt design or something, let me know. And we'll get that going too. So anyway, I hope you all have a great week, a great start to your week. And yes, good night to the crew. Thanks all so much for joining in. And I will talk to you all again soon.